Hi, everybody. My name is Abby,
My name is Jomy.
and you're listening to
That
That
thing
Thing
we
We
do.
Do, a podcast for all you 20, 30 somethings out there in need of a, oh my God, yes, moment in your life. If it's related to any of the three M's, media, milestones, or moments in your life, we've got you covered, fellow human.
I'm so excited. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad. I can't believe we actually did it. We started. Holy crap.
I know. I mean, I feel like we should have started a long time ago because since the pandemic started, we've been talking a lot together.
Oh my gosh. Yes, there's so many conversations that we've had that would have been great to share with the rest of the world.
It's okay. Now we can.
Yes, we can, and we are really happy to have you be in with us. The idea came about from just a regular phone call that we had with our girls, or was it through a WhatsApp group chat? I can't remember.
It was through a WhatsApp group chat. Yes, one of those two.
I love it. And I guess just to kick off the way that the name came about, it was just because that thing we do was talking about issues or talking about stuff that we wanted to talk about. So the name of the podcast, That Thing We Do, came solely as a way to just say that was something that we were going to do online. And really simple as that.
Yes. We've been friends, at least Abby and I have been friends for just over 10 years. So we kind of have a shorthand. We don't really finish our sentences. So that's also kind of where the title That Thing We Do came from. It's when we're too lazy to finish our sentences, we just go like, ah, that thing we do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, 100%. And maybe for the rest of you guys out there, that's something similar that you go through with your friends or by yourself, where you do something and then there's really no name for it, but you understand each other, or we understand, and that's the whole point.
yes. And we thought it would just be fun to share with everybody else if you're not able to contact your old friends and you just want to chit chat, we're here for you.
Yeah, think of us as your surrogate friend.
Yes. Surrogate friends.
So each week we'll bring you everyday topics, discussing things that help us understand a little bit more about ourselves. They might even be controversial, but we do want to share them because that's what people do, and we hope that you guys can hear and relate to them.
Definitely. And I feel like this is also good for our development as conversationalists and also to just grow. The more you discuss different topics with other people, the more you learn. We just want to expand our minds and maybe our vocabulary too.
I wonder if that's a natural thing for podcasters too. It's almost like a new way of gaining skill in terms of how to be better conversationalists, better listeners. I know for me at least, and for Jomi, we both really are really bad at interrupting each other during our conversations.
That is so true. We're so Canadian about it. We're always apologizing. I get annoyed about it. And it's cute and all, but like after over 10 years, you would think we would stop, but no, it's only gotten worse, and I feel like when we become old ladies, it's gonna be a nightmare.
So hopefully in the decades between that fateful day to come, we have this podcast as a way to hone in that skill or at least get better at it.
Yes. I'm so glad you are hosting all of these because I feel like you have lost it. See, this is another thing for me especially. I just kind of ramble and then I wait until Abby grasps the the few
The straws of your final thoughts.
yeah, of my thoughts. And she does it so well sometimes. So now I've gotten used to just not completing my sentences.
Oh, no. Thank you. Well, thank you, first of all. But you know what? Yeah, you're totally this is also a good way for Jomi, and I know some of my other friends who want to be in the podcast too in the future, that this is a way for you to fully formulate your thoughts without someone else interrupting because there is no safety net. You have to finish
We
your
have to finish our
sentences.
sentences or somebody else will finish it for you.
Oh, that got really
It got
deep.
yes. So I will not be here for every podcast. Abby is the host, even though she doesn't like to call herself the host. Each week will be a different person or a different group of people in which Abby and them will be discussing whatever topics they find mutually
Yes.
interesting.
I love that. Thank you so much, Jomy. Yes, I will primarily be your host for the foreseeable future. And I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to who's in our lineup and what we're going to talk about. Jomy will return. She's part of one of our groups called the Weekend Crew, where we will probably lean more into talking about media and TV shows and movies. But who knows? Everyone that we invite has kind of brings the idea first to the podcast. So it's great to see what they want to talk about. And if any of you out there have any suggestions or questions that you want to pitch to me and my friends and the girls, let us know in the comments of where the podcast will be or send us an email. I will maybe try to make like a podcast only email.
Yes. And see, already with just starting this podcast, this very first episode, I'm already learning something. I did not know that you could post comments for podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts for years. I did not know that you could send them comments. I would have done that a long time ago. But I'm so glad that I'm learning stuff.
Right? We're learning so much. I mean,
Yes.
and for me too, the whole technical thing, did not realize how much fun it is to learn about audio equipment and soundboards and recording. So this is going to be a learning experience for all of us in different ways. And I'm so excited.
I know. I can't actually, to be honest, this sounds weird, but I can't wait for us to like sort of get into a fight or to become openly irate with each other. Just because working on a project like this, it is going to be difficult.
Mm,
And we've never actually gotten into a fight before.
I love how you want this to happen.
At least we've been annoyed with each other, maybe, but like we've kind of kept it to ourselves.
You want like a full on like name calling rage fight on podcast?
No, that's
Okay.
not us. I listen, I know us. We are not those type of people. We do not like confrontation, but I feel like it's healthy for us to we were talking about this before. It's healthy for us to address an issue with each other. Like if one of us says something that irritates us or hurts us, we should address it right away.
Mm,
I mean, it doesn't have to be on the podcast itself if it's too personal,
mhm.
But yeah, I think working on this one might also bring us closer.
I agree. Yeah, because it's gonna make us get out of our comfort zone. We're gonna have to defend our own points, our own thoughts and feelings, and because the podcast has to be done in a professional way, we're gonna have to do it constructively that doesn't
Mhm.
hurt the other person, or that we're gonna be very self-aware of how we speak. Which I think, yeah, you're right. It's gonna be really good for us.
Yes, I'm excited. I feel like we're going to grow. And if we have an audience, I hope they grow with us and they see us hopefully becoming better people, better versions of ourselves by having the support of our friends.
Yeah. And I hope too that for other people that do feel maybe that they're a little bit not understood, that they do feel understood through the conversations that we have to also make them learn and become better people for themselves. May our conversations and any messages you take away from the end of each episode, whether it's an actual lesson or tip that we want to provide you with, or some kind of final thought that we all converge upon that you also think might make you a better person, we're here for that. And we're going to be really happy to know that that's possible for other people out there in the world who are listening.
I
So, oh, yes, go on.
we did it again. Ah, sorry. I was just gonna say, I think it's a good way to end it off. No?
Yeah, actually, I think that's why we both stopped because we were both like on the idea of, oh, we end now?
Yeah.
So, guys, that is it for today's episode. Thanks so much for listening. As a preview for what's coming in the future, stay tuned for me and my other friends, Karen and Chanelli, for us to talk about the wonders and the mysteries that is bubble tea and matcha. You'll get that episode next Monday. And until then, I have been your host, Abby.
And this is Jomy,
And thank you for listening to.
that thing we do. So until next time, guys, you do you.
Yay!